सो हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू माय चैनल क्रिएटिव स्पेस। हम सब ओवरथिंक करते हैं। ओवरथिंक आजकल हमारा आई थिंक पैटर्न ही बन चुका है। छोटे से बड़े से एवरीबॉडी डज दैट। सो इसको हम कैसे ओवरकम करें, क्या टेक्निक्स हम यूज कर सकते हैं तो ताकि हमारी थोड़ी सी लाइफ स्ट्रेस फ्री हो, ये जानने के लिए वी हैव टुडे विद अस एन इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट मिस निधि रॉय। सो निधि, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू फॉर डूइंग दिस फॉर माय चैनल एंड वेलकम टू क्रिएटिव स्पेस। प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
Hi Neha, hello everyone, and thank you Neha for inviting me. I'm so glad to be here. So I'm Nidhi Roy. I'm a cognitive hypnotic coach and NLP practitioner, and I run my own online practice in the name of Adore Life with Nidhi. Okay. So I'm a self-love coach, and I believe that you can't love someone else until you learn to love yourself. So in that note, I guide women in identifying their inner strength and conquering their fears and perceived barriers that hold them back.
Okay, so good to know that, and I would definitely put a description, put a link of your website or channel or whatever it is in the description below. कि अगर लोगों को आप तक पहुंचना है तो वो easily they can go through your Insta page and everything else. So without any further ado, let's start with the questions. The first and foremost thing is how to stop thinking overthinking. सबसे पहले question ये होगा. So what do you want to say about that?
I know, Neha, this is the most common question that my client come with. Overthinking kaise stop kare? But my question to them is always for the first question that why you want to stop overthinking. So we need to understand why people are worried and क्यों overthinking को बंद करना चाहते हैं, because mind is a thought creating machine. We need to understand that. So why we want to stop overthinking? You never ask your nose to stop smelling. You never ask your heart to stop beating. So it's a function of the दिमाग का काम है, mind का काम है to think, right? And we always tell it stop overthinking, नहीं सोचना है, नहीं think करना है. So first thing we need to understand that it is mind's work. It's a mind, it's a thought creating machine, and you can't stop it to overthink. We need to understand that there are few things which we do in our day-to-day life, and we don't call that few things overthinking, because there are certain kind of emotions that are attached to that particular thinking. Right. So I'll give you one example to understand, to get it clear, that we plan for a vacation, and what we do, we keep on planning, we keep on thinking कि आज इसमें क्या पहनना है, कौन से कपड़े लेके जाने हैं, कहाँ का टिकट बुक करना है, we keep on thinking about it for weeks, for days before we reach the destination, right? Yes. And we don't call it overthinking. We enjoy that. We enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then why this thinking becomes overthinking? What is that line that we cross and then we call it overthinking? So we need to understand that point first. So when we think, there are two different kind of emotions that we create, right? And our mind's work is to think. So 60 to 70,000 thoughts हमारे दिमाग में आते हैं every day. Yeah. And we can't stop them. It is normally like 90% of the thought are negative. So yes, we can't call it overthinking. So when we are in a normal state of mind, the thoughts starts coming. एक के बाद एक thoughts start coming. And just pattern में हम सोचते हैं, we are think in two patterns. So first is that the journey from reality to assumptions. So there are certain realities which we know, which we believe in, and we go to assumptions. So for example, sometimes we have a small, थोड़ा सा पेट में दर्द होना चालू हुआ. That is the reality. We are actually feeling that pain in our stomach. But what we are doing, we are, thinking more about it कि ये क्यों हो रहा होगा. There might be thousands of reasons. हम Google करने लगते हैं कि sometimes we enjoy Googling ना. Google करके बड़ा खूब सारे answers आते हैं हमारे पास. Thousands of answer comes. And then what we do is we keep on thinking कि ये मतलब we make that small pain in the stomach a huge issue. So we are assuming. So this is just an example, like we do this with so many things in our day-to-day life. Yeah. Right? जैसे कोविड का हम सोच रहे हैं तो what if COVID comes again? कोविड के बारे में हमने कितने assumptions create कर लिए कि what if मुझे कोविड हो गया, मुझे ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिलेगा. These are all assumptions which we create in our mind, which is like which is that is overthinking actually, that we call overthinking. और दूसरी चीज होती है जहां पर assumptions होते हैं and we come to reality, right? Yes. So for example, if you're assuming that what is that person thinking about, वो मेरे बारे में क्या सोच रहा होगा, उसने मुझे उस दिन देख के मुंह फेर लिया, बात नहीं किया. तो ये assumptions है, right? This not a हुआ है, but we are thinking about it, assuming.
बहुत कॉमन है ये, बहुत
common. And what if we just call that person and ask him, what happened that day to you, no? Then we can come to reality, ना actually क्या हुआ था. So there might be different realities, उसके पीछे बहुत सारे reasons हो सकते हैं. So rather than just assuming, if we come to reality, if we come to the real reason, ask that person the real reason for that. Wouldn't it be like easy for our mind, mind calm down हो जाएगा, right?
बिल्कुल.
Right? So rather than, so there's just 2 points. Rather than going from, reality to assumptions, if we come from, assumptions to reality, so our mind is searching for some conclusion, some answers, some reality. And when the mind gets that, it becomes calm. The overthinking का जो process है, that stops.
Yeah. आई थिंक आपने जो 2 एग्जाम्पल्स दिए ना, इट सेज अ लॉट. जैसे आपने कहा कि जब आप ट्रिप प्लान करते हो तो उसको आप ओवर थिंकिंग नहीं बोलते हो, बिकॉज आपके अंदर वो हैप्पी हॉर्मोन्स जागते हैं, राइट? जब आप सो दैट इज फाइन बिकॉज इट इज नॉट हैविंग एनी हेल्थ हैजार्ड्स, आपको प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं हो रही है हेल्थ वाइज. बट जब आप अजम्पशन करते हो कि वो इंसान क्या सोच रहे हैं, मेरे बारे ये क्या सोच रहे हैं, वो तो हो चुका लाइफ में, तो आई थिंक उसमें आप ओवर थिंकिंग ना करें. सो व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू से इज अजम्पशन से आप रियलिटी पे वर्क करें.
I'll give you a metaphoric example of it. Like आप समझो कि आपका mind जो है is a busy railway station, okay? And thought comes in a form of train. So जैसे trains आती है ना station पे, वैसे thoughts आते हैं, and 60 to 70,000 thoughts हमें एक दिन में आते हैं.
Yes, correct.
Right? Yes. So for instance, a thought such as, कुछ thought आया कि what if they won't like me, right? Just a random thought आया. उसके बाद क्या करते हैं? What we do is that, we just catch that train. And we keep on adding more and more and more thoughts to that. That is what overthinking is, right?
Yes.
So there's just a random one thought comes, one train comes to our mental, railway station, and we are just putting more and more and more on that. I won't be able to handle that situation. What if that person dislikes me? What if my meeting went wrong? And so many other things we keep on assuming, and we keep on making it more heavier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that, we try to jump on each and every train. We try to catch each and every train. And that is not required actually. So that is what we're doing with our mind, right? और बहुत सारी चीजें उसमें डालते जा रहे हैं, then mind फिर हम बोलते हैं कि हमें स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, हमें नींद नहीं आ रही है, हमें एंजाइटी हो रही है. All this thing will happen because you have overloaded your mind with so much, so much assumptions, I can say.
Yeah, and human body is नॉर्मली अगर मेरे व्यूअर्स ने देखे रहेंगे मेरे पहले के चैनल, सबकॉन्शियसली हम नेगेटिव थॉट्स को ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट करते हैं. वी आर ह्यूमंस और हम लोग सिंपैथी एम्पैथी पे ज्यादा रिलाई करते हैं. सो यू हैव टू ट्रेन योर माइंड कि नहीं बॉस ये नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है कभी कभी नेगेटिव थॉट्स आते हैं, बट डोंट बोर्ड दैट ट्रेन, लेट इट गो, बोर्ड अ गुड ट्रेन. या बोर्ड अ गुड ट्रेन. सो अभी मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वुड बी देन what can we do to break this habit? क्या कर सकते हैं हम?
So एक ये हैबिट बन चुकी है, this has become a pattern in us. Like, जैसे हमारे पास होता है ना कि बहुत सारी चीजें हम as a habit करते हैं. जैसे once we get up in the morning, we don't think कि हमको ब्रश कहाँ से उठाना. So suppose we have to brush our teeth, we don't think कि इतना पेस्ट लगाना है, ऐसे ब्रश करना है, ऐसे मूवमेंट करना है. It's a habit, right?
Yeah.
So when it is a habit, we don't think about it. We don't have, it's a subconscious thing. Then when it becomes a habit, it becomes a subconscious thing. Every habit, there is a trigger. So the trigger might be someone's face, किसी का face देख के हमको वो दिमाग में चलने लगती हैं चीजें. कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि yeah, it happens actually. And yeah, किसी टाइम देख लिए
ये बहुत कॉमन हो जाता है.
Sometimes it happens कि कुछ particular time of the day ऐसा होता है जब हम थोड़ा सा free होते हैं ना, तब हमको लगता है वाओ चलो this is good time to overthink, let's think about it. So कुछ एक time होता है, कुछ एक memories होती है जो past की memories जो हमारे दिमाग में बार आती है, and then we start overthinking because we don't have the conclusion. Our mind is always searching for answers, and we don't have the answer for that because we are living in assumptions. Right?
Yeah.
So now what can we do to break the habit? What can we do to break this pattern of overthinking?
Yeah.
right? So the two things, the positive intention, matlab mind wants a conclusion and mind wants to calm down. So first we need to understand that there are reasons for your mind to overthink, and there are reasons that we are not able to stop that pattern. So let's talk about those reasons. So first reason might be the lack of clarity. You're not clear about, you're confused, right? So when you're absolutely clear about your work, जैसे आप अपने 9 to 5 के जॉब में आप बहुत क्लियर हो कि मुझे ऑफिस जाना है, मुझे ये फाइल्स देखनी है, ये काम करना है, ये ईमेल्स भेजने हैं, you're very clear. That time you're not overthinking, right? Because the clarity is there in your mind. जब clarity मिल जाती है तो
शांत हो
जाता है ना mind. Yes. So the clarity is the reality. What is the real situation? What is the now situation? And the second point is we lack self-awareness. We are, everywhere other than self. हम क्या करते हैं? What we do is that we are not living in the moment. And living in the moment is the key to learning how to stop overthinking.
बिल्कुल.
When we are in the office, we think about our family. हम ऑफिस में होके हम घर के बारे में सोच रहे होते हैं. हम जब घर पे होते हैं तो हम ऑफिस के बारे में सोच रहे होते हैं, right?
Yeah.
And whatever, like when we go for a party with our friends, we are also thinking about, somewhere in the mind is going like, kal office jaake ye file karna hai, ye mail bhejna hai. So we are not where we are everywhere else. So what we need to do is, we have to enjoy the moment where, like, which is called the mindfulness, which I'll give you some techniques to do that. तो हमें अपने इस moment पे रहना है जो हम अभी कर रहे हैं, right? And this is a habit, like, this will, you have to develop this gradually, थोड़ा करके you have to become more mindful. So whatever you do, you enjoy that, be there, So when you are with your kids, be with them. Yeah. Don't think about anything else. And I'm telling you, you people have, we have enough time to do all the things. हम कहते हैं ना, हम busy हैं. It's not correct. 24 hours in a day, we have to do all our things. बहुत अच्छे से हम सब areas of our life में we can, just give our attention to all the areas of our life. It's not that कि हम सिर्फ काम ही करेंगे. काम करने का एक लिमिटेड टाइम है, बच्चों के संग टाइम स्पेंड करने का आप easily you can take out time and spend time only with your kids, not thinking about food, not thinking about anything else, not thinking about work or office, anything.
Actually, I agree to this. Yeah, I agree to this because overthinking जब आप करते हो बहुत सारा टाइम बच्चों के बारे में बैठ के भी आप overthinking करते रहते हो, तो you are right actually. मोबाइल को देखना, overthink करना, क्या बनाना है, कैसे ये सब. Yes, actually, you are right. तो ये practice डालनी चाहिए.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third thing can be, lack of control. Somewhere we are lacking that control. We are not aware of this thing that, क्या हम overthinking कर रहे हैं, हमको पता ही नहीं कि हमने वो कब वो line cross कर दिया thinking का, क्योंकि कोई भी एक emotion जो होता है ना, उसका एक particular time होता है, 10-15 minutes, any bad negative emotion की life होती है 10-15 minutes, and what we are doing is, 15 minutes के बाद we are repeating it. Repeat telecast हम करते ही जा रहे हैं उसका. Sometimes for whole day, sometimes for whole week, whole year also we are, thinking about the same one incidents or anything that has happened in our life. Same negative thought के बारे में हम just सोचते ही जा रहे हैं. We are not stopping it. We are not giving a, maybe because we are not aware that, we can actually stop this thing. So lack of control is one reason. Another reason might be the lack of action also. Reality तक हम पहुंच ही नहीं रहे, conclusion और decision हम mind को नहीं दे रहे.
हाँ.
So that is one major reason that mind doesn't want to stop, because mind is looking for some answers, some conclusions.
Right. So अभी इस पे हम बात करेंगे techniques पे, which is your like area of expertise. What are the techniques to stop this, train and this habit?
Just make it a point that if you are spending time with your children, make it a point that you are there only. Be very mindful. Not even that, whatever you are doing in life, if you're eating your food, be mindful. Think about the food only. कितने जिसने बनाया है उसके बारे में सोचो. What you are eating a good healthy food. So just think, make your all your awareness towards what you are doing right now.
Okay.
If you're going out with your friends, just think about, enjoy that moment with your friends. Don't think about office and all that. Obviously thought comes to our mind, but what we can do is that we know we are aware and we can change it.
Be in the present. Be in the present
and तुरंत change करो अपने focus को. sometimes it's very important. Sometimes we are not breathing properly. हम full breath तो ले ही नहीं रहे, कई बार हम just shallow breathing कर रहे हैं, यहाँ से just from here till our nose we are breathing.
That's true.
We should
That's true.
breathe. Yeah, it's very important to breathe. कोई भी difficulty आपके life में आए, before you take any action or think about anything, just relax yourself and take 3 deep breaths. That will really shift and change your thinking pattern and your decision making skills. Maybe you can bring your awareness, you can just focus on each and every part of your body.
Yeah.
Right? What you're feeling at that moment, how are you feeling in the body, what you can see, what you can hear, what sounds you can hear. Right? Just think about that and bring your awareness to that moment first. And then what you can do, if some thought comes to your mind, some negative thought, what you can do is you can just journal it, you can write it down. That's a very good technique to put all that which is here, right? And when we put it down in the paper, so कितना light होगा, यहाँ से आप paper पे लिख रहे हो,
बहुत experts बोलते हैं कि आप लिखो, you will free your mind, आप लिखो.
And Neha, research shows that the habit of writing, but what we feel helps us, with metacognitive thinking. So what is that? Metacognitive is thinking about one's thinking. So it's like it's basically the awareness of your own thought.
Okay.
So अभी तो thought सिर्फ दिमाग में है, right? अब जब लिख लोगे उसको तो you have written it, you are reading it, it is there in front of you. It is not there here. Here we can't see, right? So when we write it down in the paper, we are more aware of our thoughts. And sometimes, when you write it down, they said, "Arey, itna silly reason tha, matlab, So the goal is to become more aware and remove yourself from that, being of the thought. कभी-कभी हम अपने आप को हम ना मानने लगते हैं कि वो सही है, because it is only in the mind. It is not, we are not thinking about, we are not aware of our own thought. That's what we are doing.
Yeah. That's good. So basically, अपने first point बोला था कि be in the present. Second is breathe. अच्छे से breathe करो, relax yourself. Third is अगर thoughts आते हैं तो लिखो, write, start practicing.
Writing down.
Yeah, ये 3 techniques है. Yeah, and
I'll tell you some few more. That one thing past में हो गया. So I always make this point my mantra. You can also write it down. So the past doesn't matter. The future is out of my reach. All I have in my control is this present moment.
Yeah.
I will stop thinking about the past or the future. I will only think about the here and now.
Okay.
So once this thing comes to your mind, you are much relaxed. You're in a better position to even make important decisions of your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And also one more important thing is that we have to change the story that we are playing in our mind. सबसे important, that is what we are doing. Like, कोई दूसरा हमें कुछ आके बोलता है, उसको हम कितनी जल्दी पिक करते हैं, right? If our friend, come and say something bad, negative about us, we are just, very quick in accepting that, कि अच्छा मेरे बारे में ये बोला, मतलब then we feel ना कि हम ऐसे ही हैं, या I'm like that only.
बहुत influence होता है mind पे. Yes, you are right. बहुत लोगों को influence करता है mind पे. Yes. So there are, several self-negative talks which we are doing in our mind. हम कितना कुछ बोल रहे हैं, हमको मतलब it has become a habit and pattern. हमको पता भी नहीं है कि हम अपने बारे में ही क्या क्या बोलते हैं दिन में. I can never be on time. हमारी आदत होती है ना, कह रहे मैं तो कभी टाइम पे पहुंच ही नहीं सकती. I'm not a morning person. I can't commit. I can't be in a committed relationship. और ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें, मुझे सब चीज भूलने क्या रहता है, मुझे कुछ याद ही नहीं रहता है. So, and we are repeating these sentences to ourselves so many times, and that has become, that is because we are the story we are telling ourselves. हम वही बनते जा रहे हैं जो हम अपने आप को बोल रहे हैं बार-बार. So let us identify what negative things we are telling ourselves and let us pivot that. उसको change कर दो, उसको opposite कर दो, and just by saying that opposite to yourself, that is what we call affirmations, right? जो भी हम चाहते हैं लाइफ में, affirmations के द्वारा, if we say it to ourselves every day, the positive things to ourselves, then automatically you will see the change. Within a week you will feel a different you. तो नेगेटिव थॉट्स तो 50% तो वहीं कट जाएंगे जब आप नेगेटिव जो थॉट्स आते हैं उसको आप लिखो and just pivot it. Just write the opposite thought at the other end of the paper. So just make draw 2 columns.
एक कॉलम में आप all the negative thoughts that comes to your mind in a day to day life. सोच के अच्छे से बैठ के write all that. And in the other column in front of that same thought, you write the pivot of it, like write the opposite of what you have written, the positive thoughts, right? And once you repeat those positive thoughts, you will see a difference very quickly.
This is a very good technique, very good practice that you just said, because बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि बहुत लोगों के साथ, मतलब whoever I've discussed with, कि हमने कुछ एक प्लान की चीजें, बहुत बार ऐसे होती है कि अरे मैं ना कभी भी पॉजिटिव कुछ प्लान करती हूँ, चलो एक ट्रिप प्लान कर दिया, बट उसमें कुछ ना कुछ हर्डल हो ही जाता है, ये ट्रिप कैंसिल ही हो गई. अगर मैं नेगेटिव सोचती हूँ तो वो चीजें हो जाती है. ये जो आप सबकॉन्शियसली बहुत, मतलब आप ये अपने ही ये स्टोरी अपने आप को बताई है कि अगर मैं नेगेटिव सोचूंगा या सोचूंगी उसका पॉजिटिव होगा. दिस इज अगेन अ सबकॉन्शियस माइंड दैट यू आर ट्रेनिंग योर ब्रेन का, राइट निधि? बिकॉज ये बहुत कॉमन हो गई है चीजें.
जहां हमारा फोकस रहता है ना नेहा, we have to understand this one basic thing, that what we focus on, we get that. We are focusing on the negative thoughts, we will attract those negative things in our lives. And when we pivot it, when we change it to the positive things, I'm sure you will start, and this is like, this is very quick technique which you can use. Anything like, at a spot also, अगर आप कुछ सोचो, कुछ negative think आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है कुछ, उसको आप just change करके positive बना के if you think ना, instant result you will get. Mind बहुत जल्दी, because whatever we feel and we think, mind बहुत जल्दी react करता है, and it shows the result very quickly. So it's all about our thought, our thinking, what we are doing.
Yeah.
Right. And there's one very nice technique I'll tell you, that this 4 fingers, just think about anything, what the negative thought that's just come to your mind, anything like any recent thing which has happened to you.
Okay.
Think about it. Right. Now take this 4 fingers and just press this part of your palm. Press tightly. Press tightly. दोनों हाथ से, जोर से. This part. आ रहे thoughts? Negative
नहीं
thoughts?
आ रहे. Actually नहीं आया.
This is actually a coping mechanism of our body. हम करते हैं ना, कई बार हम ऐसे करते हैं ना, कई बार हम बहुत जल्दी परेशान हो जाते हैं, तो हम ऐसे sometimes we do this. This is a natural coping mechanism. Just press this part for few seconds, and you will be at peace. No thought will come to your mind. This one, right? So this is one technique which you can use. We can also change the visuals. Sometimes ये बहुत common होता है. My mama always tell this me कि अगर बच्चे late हो रहे हैं, so what we are thinking,
Yeah.
क्या thoughts, क्या visuals आते हैं दिमाग में?
Yeah, very common जो भी आते हैं, काफी negative, कहाँ तक जाते हैं thoughts.
Accident हो गया है, blood दिख जाता है, road पे सब, everything सब कुछ दिमाग में चलने लगता है, all negative things we see. So this is what the visual thoughts, right? So what we can do here, we can just change it. Think good, अगर आप quickly कुछ change कर दोगे कि maybe बच्चा बहुत दोस्तों के साथ बैठा है, हंस रहा है, any positive thing, you can change the visual actually. Change that negative visual to the positive one, and how quickly you will feel relaxed, you will feel, just lighter. Yeah.
So I think amazing techniques, very much doable techniques आपने निधि हम सबको बताया है. So thank you for that, and thank you for coming on Creative Space. And I am going to sketch your beautiful face. I hope I do justice to it. And everybody, please reach out to her. अगर आपको इस फील्ड में कुछ ऐसे प्रॉब्लम है या आपको और कोई क्वेश्चंस है, कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिए. आई एम श्योर शी विल बी एबल टू आंसर योर क्वेरीज अगर आपको और कुछ सवाल है तो. एंड थैंक यू वंस अगेन निधि फॉर डूइंग दिस.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes.